Okay guys, I'm going to be doing a quick comparison here of my old iPhone 5 and new 6 Plus. I've had this since it's now Wednesday, and I've had it since last Friday. So, a decent amount of time to get used to it and everything else. I just kind of wanted to show some speed test differences since I already didn't see as many. I saw a ton between the 5S and the 6 Plus, and only got one or two between the 5. So this is the iPhone 5, not 5S, but 5, and you'll see some differences. It's not as surprising as you may think. So first of all, I'm gonna swipe up to open the camera on both. So you saw about solid second faster on the 6 Plus. I do love the camera on the 6 Plus. Just to say, but this is not going to be a review of the 6 Plus. Just going to be a comparison between the two. Just kind of speed wise, and of course, Touch ID coming in. I'm just going to launch various apps I use, like for instance, Mail. Exactly the same time. Nothing else is running as far as I know. Nope, just Mail. Just the camera. Okay. Now messages. Did notice that launches a tiny bit faster. Just the tiniest bit. Now the send a message I've noticed is a little bit faster, just to send to myself here. If I just do a test message. Test. Also the Swift key is awesome, by the way. And click send. Oh. Let's do that again. Let's see if I can hit it. So you can see it's just a little bit snappier. Which is really nice. So also, my Wi-Fi router is right above me over here, like 6 feet away from me. And so, do a speed test. Now, of course, I don't have a new router. It's one of the first wireless in routers that came out. So, it is wireless in, but it is not the best. I have 60 megabit internet, but it's not going to get that fast over the Wi-Fi just because of my router. But as you can see, the 6 Plus is considerably faster. I have noticed, I think because of the bigger antennas, just because of how it works. There's tiniest bit better Wi-Fi signal, as well as I haven't really tested cell signal as much, but maybe the tiniest bit better cell signal as well, just because of the bigger size. And as you can see, considerably faster speeds on at least on download for my internet over Wi-Fi. I just need a new router to utilize any faster, but it doesn't really bother me to have relatively slow speeds like that. Now, for instance, I have a shortcut for Facebook mobile. We'll load that up and see a web page. Of course, it's not logged in now because I logged off here. Loads not too much quicker on the 5S. Open up Safari since both are open. And if you load up, say, Apple's website. Where's Apple on here? Here's Apple. Notice how it's really not even that much faster. I preloaded these before, so the cache is still there. So if you've already loaded a web page, it's not going to load significantly faster on this 6 Plus. Even though if you look at a non-text video, you'll see a much faster performance and everything on the 6 Plus versus the 5, or even a lot of the Android phones out there. Just go, say, you got a Yahoo. See, That's typically how much faster it is than the 5. Of course, you also get a lot more viewing areas, and maybe it's loading more content at once. And that's why it's not that much faster. But who particularly knows? I don't know. Just say music. Obviously faster on the 5S. App Store. I mean, not 5S, 6. Obviously, decent amount faster on the 6 Plus. As well as you can see more. Let's say photos. About the same time. Just say Sleep Cycle app. I highly recommend this app. Same time. So as you can see, app loading speed is not that much faster. It really comes down to optimization. Facebook, let's just do the Facebook app. That's a little bit faster on the 6 Plus, but still pretty slow. They haven't optimized anything. I don't know why it goes black like that. But see, everything's super big. And see, it's still loading. It loads faster, definitely. I've noticed that on the 6 Plus. And that's something I've noticed. But I mean, for the processor difference, twice as fast of a processor, and is actually over twice in 6 Plus. It doesn't really seem that much faster, you know. But I think the biggest improvement from my upgrade was if I had doubled the space. I got the 64 gig. Well, I was gonna get that anyway, no matter if that thing didn't offer a 32 gig. I have a 32 gig 5, and what I'm gonna do is. That's why I'm making this video now. I'm going to go send it off to Amazon. And it should hopefully, since I keep really good condition, even though this is 2 years old this month. Well, actually last month. Now it's October. It looks pretty much brand new. And so I'm going to hopefully get $250 Amazon credit for my phone, so I don't have to deal with eBay or anything else. Shipping cost, everything else. So I don't know if that was even in frame. But the battery, I was going to qualify for the battery recall, so the battery is definitely lacking on mine. Definitely the battery life on the 6 Plus is just absurdly good comparatively. This 86% now is all day from like 7:30 in the morning to 6:45 at night. Which of course all day is, I didn't really use it that much during work. Of course, I made a 15-minute phone call during lunch, and I didn't actually mess around with it. A solid half hour. Let's go to the battery stats. See how much I actually messed around with it. I actually went 3 days. The first day I used it just normal, down to like 80-something%, and because I wasn't really doing that much, I suppose, and I super drained it because I was downloading a whole bunch of stuff. And the second day was, third day, Sunday, I decided just to see how little I could use it. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I went, and I still had like 50 or 60% battery left. It was ridiculous. And after Sunday, I still had 100% left after 14 hours. So I used an hour and 37 minutes in total standby time of 11 hours. Of course. And I messed around with Gaia GPS a lot today during lunch. And that's what... I would still be above 90% if I didn't do that. So, I mean, if you're a normal college student who doesn't work all day, then that will definitely still drain down, but still way, way better battery life than the 5. Or even 5S for that matter. If you look on a non-text review, they have the best, hands down, the best iPhone 6 review, or any review for that matter, of any device. They have the most technical details and everything, so it's awesome. Really, I don't know what else to say. Let's try a non-standard camera app. Camera Plus I recommend, especially with the new manual controls. And just the flash is on. As you can see, that wasn't much slower on the 5. That's the thing. If you still have a 5, it's actually not that hard to replace the battery, I found out. And I would highly recommend just replacing the battery. Mine qualifies for a free replacement right now. It's so much easier just to do it on my own instead of driving to an Apple store, which is like 2 hours away from me. But, overall, was it worth the $460 I paid for this? well, if it wasn't for the fact I'm planning on getting money out of this, I was going to keep my 5 as a backup, but for $250, I might as well trade it in, and if something actually really happened to my phone, I could then, which probably would be not anytime soon, would probably go buy a 5 at $100 down the road, and so ultimately I would still make money. But yeah, so if you take off $250 from this price, the $60 extra is on top of his Verizon fees and stuff. So of course, but yeah, it's pretty solid. Also, just so you know, I never really heard anyone talk about VoLTE. The audio improvement definitely improves audio with VoLTE. Voice over LTE, pretty much is what it stands for. My sister has a normal iPhone 6, and so we tested it. Very clear, just no noise, like not hard understanding her or anything else. So definitely improved. And no super noticeable hit on battery life, but I have not made a long enough call to tell. I did make a call today to a landline, and that was using VoLTE. So it's solid 10 minutes, and it dropped like 1%. So maybe just the tiniest bit more than 3G, but who knows? Otherwise, I don't know. There's just not, like I said, there's not much point to showing many things. Like Gaia GPS I use for backpacking, faster on the 6 Plus, and now you know where I live. But that's besides the point. Say something like Google, Apple Maps. That was just a little bit faster than 6 Plus. You can see more. Say Siri. Hi Siri.
Hello there.
Okay, my camera stopped, but yeah, like I said, Siri's a little bit faster, I believe, but that could be iOS 8 with the instant read thingamajigger. But if you don't need the bigger phone, which I didn't need it, but you don't want anything. I just wanted I wanted the camera upgrades in the phone. That's the biggest deal, and of course, I've definitely noticed there's be less noise and everything else in the camera. It's just I like using this phone as my main camera when backpacking versus taking my DSLR. I like ultralight backpacking, and so it's keeping your weight down. I can go multiple days, 15 pounds of weight on my back, versus most people carry 30 plus pounds, and it's just I can't do it. Let alone want to. I'm not quite that strong. But So instead of taking my DSLR, I took it on one overnight trip and added 7 pounds with my tripod and the camera and everything. And I ordered got the name of it, but a tripod that will fit this, or an adapter, so I could connect it to a tripod. I'll use my GorillaPod and that, so it'd be super lightweight, and the 5 takes fantastic photos in the daylight, but I also want a better night quality, and so the 6 is going to supply that for me. But yeah, sorry for a long video. Hope you guys found this comparison slightly interesting or make your upgrade worthwhile. Now, if you do have a 4S or 4, I highly, 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 highly recommend upgrading. Those phones are terribly outdated. The reason the 5 isn't slow on iOS 8 compared to like the 4S, if you guys don't know, is because the 4S is half the processor speed of the 5, and I want to say the 4 is even half the 4S. They've doubled year over year for like 3 years in terms of processor performance. So this one right here is like 5 times faster than the 4S, the 6 Plus is. And so it's quite a lot faster. Let's see if I can turn this. Nope. It's gonna be out of focus, but yeah. So yeah, I definitely recommend the 6 Plus as long as you're not gonna spend a ton of money. It's a very good phone. Yet again, the best phone I've used. I'm not to put it out there, I'm not biased towards anyone. The iPhone just works better for me than Android. I've had Android before, and it's just, it works well. Well, the one I had a Droid X a long time ago, and back then Android was terrible, completely terrible. It's much, much, much better now. It's very good, obviously. The amount of people that use it, the amount of people that vow towards it. Of course, they have all the new specs and stuff, but that's a whole nother video. I actually might talk about that with NFC in another video, because I have a strong opinion on how that stuff works. But yeah, look forward to the next videos. Yet again, sorry for the long video, and see you in the next one.